Hey guys, welcome back to Retro Reviews, where we take another look at a blaster from the past. This time, I've got something really cool and pretty vintage. This is a blaster that came out in 1996, and it was part of what's called the Stryke series. This is the Nerf Stryke Defender T3. Nerf's Stryke gear was kind of a futuristic take on blasters. They wanted them to look really futuristic, and they also made most of the blasters able to be placed on your body somewhere. Now this one, there's a belt loop on this one, so you could place this one on the loops of your belt or the loops of your pants and have it hanging down, kind of like a holster. But that's the only component that was used as part of your body. The other one's actually connected to your face or your hand, wrists, whatever. Nerf has made a couple of really cool blasters in the past that were smaller components that made up a bigger system. What I mean by that is Nerf had the Titan Unity power system, could fire it all together, or you could break it apart into its different components and fire them separately. And then you had the Longshot CS6, which was kind of two blasters in one. You couldn't necessarily fire them together unless you had, unless you used both hands. But it did break apart, and you were able to use the blaster separately. Well, this was probably the first time Nerf ever used that concept. The Defender T3 is two blasters in one. It's pretty awesome. It fires both arrows and vintage mega darts. Let's look at the blaster in its most useful, probably most dangerous form. This is the Defender T3 with both blasters combined. And it worked pretty cool because you could fire both blasters at the same time. And there were two plunger systems with two levers that you could pull back. It does not have the tactical rail system that we're so used to now because they just didn't have that back then, but it does have its own integrated scope, and this scope does have some glass in it, or some plastic I guess, with crosshairs, which is pretty neat. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit fuzzy to see through though, but this doubles as a handle for the missile launcher. So you can actually turn it upside down and you have an integrated handle right there ready to go. So let's see what else this blaster consists of. Again, you've got arrows, and it goes on a plunger system that protrudes out here. Just stick that on there. You have missile storage as well. And these missiles are a little bit smaller than Big Bad Bow missiles. And all the Stryke gear was black and orange. And this one has pretty cool little logos on it for Nerf. And as most blasters back in the day, they used a lot of stickers, so this one has a lot of stickering on it. The Defender T3, these little black things that look like sort of suppressors or heat reduction things, those are also stickers. And the Stryke gear are also stickers. It's pretty symmetric. I mean, you have a Nerf logo on the bottom of this blaster and a Nerf logo stamped into this side of the top blaster. And I say bottom and top blaster because, well, they do something pretty cool. I've already said that they break apart like the Unity power system. Well, this is how that happens. I'll go ahead and fire them separately, then I'll put them together and show you how they work. You pull this, you kind of pull back on the top blaster and push forward on the bottom blaster. You pull up on the back blaster, and it breaks apart. So you're left with the pistol component and the arrow or missile launcher component. So let's first look at the pistol component. I said that this fires the old school mega darts, vintage mega darts, which are pretty big and has integrated storage for those too. But look how monstrous these things were. This one, for comparison, there's a dart that came with the Maverick. So those things are huge. Now, of course, the mega darts of today are probably even bigger in diameter than that, but for back in the day, it's enormous. And these are the original mega darts that this blaster came with. And you can see the plunger inside where the other blaster snaps into, and you also have a clip system for when you release the plunger to fire the blasters together. So that's pretty good. But this blaster is just awesome in itself. Again, you got some stickering. You got some sights, integrated sights, Nerf logos on this side and on this side. Got the gray and green, kind of a unique color combination. The handle's pretty comfortable, and it does look pretty futuristic, even for today's standards. A nice looking blaster, and it's huge because it has to take these mega darts. But let's see how this thing fires. I've already got one chamber, and you simply pull back on the plunger, and it's got a nice huge ring to pull back on, and it's ready to go. So let's fire it. And this is an original Mega Dart as well. It's just a different color, red and black. Came with 3 black and orange Mega Darts, and I think 3 arrows. Alright, so that's the pistol component. Now let's talk about the missile launcher component. This thing is kind of crazy. There's no trigger for this when it is separated. There is a trigger. You use the same trigger from the pistol when it's together. And when it's separated, you simply pull back on the plunger to release the arrow. And that's pretty much all I can say about it. Obviously, you know, you can look down this if you wanted to use that as an integrated sight. I mean, there's space here, and you can look through the barrel of this. So that's kind of what that's for. But if you want to hold it like that and release the plunger, just pull the plunger back and release. That's how it works, and I'll show you that now. And we've got 2 of those. Okay, so those are the Defender T3 broken down into its individual components, but this is a force to be reckoned with when you put it back together. Even for today's standards, this thing is awesome. Now the ranges are not going to give you elite ranges. You're going to get about 35 feet. But it's still pretty cool, and definitely it's an eye catcher and a conversation starter if you are in any NIC war or in any kind of Nerf situation. So how you put it back together is you cradle the nose of the blaster into the missile launcher part of the blaster, and then you snap it into place. And there's a lot of space there for your darts so you don't mess up your mega darts, but you simply put it into place. Oh, by the way, it says all rights reserved, made in Mexico, patent pending. That's pretty cool. And there, just nestle that in there and push it up and snap it back into place. Now you're ready to go. Now this blaster can be fired simultaneously. You pull both plungers back, so let's prime both. Now, as you can see, I pulled this plunger back while the blaster is nestled in place with the pistol part, and the plunger stays back. So that's what you saw the space for on top of the pistol, was to lock the plunger pull in place, so that when we pull the trigger, it releases this lever and pushes the dart forward with air through the plunger. Same thing with this. Alright, so let's fire these together now. It does fire them exactly simultaneously at the same time. So that's pretty cool. And there's a lot of space here, you gotta kind of snug that back in there. So how this thing's gonna work is, when you prime the top blaster, you just simply pull this back, and that's what the space on top of the pistol was for, was to lock the plunger pull in place. And you pull the pistol plunger back also, and it locks in place. And you're gonna get a 2-shot combo, a double tap. Basically, it's gonna fire the arrow and the dart at the same time, simultaneously, which is really cool. Just like this. And that, my friends, is the Nerf Stryke Gear Defender T3. I'm Garen, and this has been another edition of Retro Reviews, where we take another look at a really cool blaster. If you like this video, hit me with one of these, and then go watch some more videos.